Okay, we're done with that. Oh man, this case is gonna take too long. Hello? Hello? Let's begin. But first, there are people every day. Lawyer ring. Mm-hmm. Ema, 11:56 a.m. Defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hold on, partner. Marshall, they say you show a red cloth to a bull, he'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph, in the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Hold on. Alright. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! This dude. 12:32 p.m. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Oh, what's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Oh, wait. Oh, what is this about? Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Huh? Who's there? Oh, him. Oh, what's with this guy?
A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. How exact? Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I have been so busy. Busy, Udgy, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but, who are you? So you're right, so. The attorney. Oh, I have heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, huh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Oh, jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district! Hold on, can you give me a minute to check something? I'll be like back in like 30 seconds. Okay, back. Sorry for delay. Top-ranking police officer in the entire district! Okay, what is with these pauses? Name's Gans, Damon Gans. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this hour today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh, hey, look, he's playing with his hair quite like I do. A lot of the time. Oh my god, he's even playing with it like I do. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Okay, what are with these pauses? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Oh, quite perplexing, this. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth! How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. No, don't need to. No, I missed that. I missed that. I'm sorry. I took a sip of my drink and I missed a piece of dialogue. I'm telling you to wait! Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. Oh, I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess. That's you, maid. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me see. I'm going to accept this new evidence. But I'd like to ask you to defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch. If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! Oh my god, there. Wow! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. What? Switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Why would I examine my attorney's badge? No, do it again. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Oh, sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Alright. Department in disorder. Give me a second, I'm gonna export the next one. Okay. Here we go. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? Oh, what a mess! The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Edgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. Wait, 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oh, jeez. Order! 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 Anyway, we were at the department where all are flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright. Hold on. Hold on. What? Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Knife is special. This knife is special. Damn it. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, right, Till, but I can't say that now, not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. I'm up there. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in this department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, here I tell. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, right, so? Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how are things out of the department? Wait. I think I know. SL92. Ah! Wait a second! Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection! This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Aji? Oh, this is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9-2. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2. Oh, jeez. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, right so? I win? What game is this guy playing? Oh boy. This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was about. Oh, that's new. Yeah. We find the contradiction, then he just adds it to the testimony. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. This knife, however, found at the crime scene. Okay, it was evidence in a case and it was stolen from the department's evidence room. Alright, let's press it. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice! Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Wrong! Do I have to... The day of the murder. The knife was stolen on the day of the murder. Was it a murder weapon? It was. Long since solved. It was stolen on the day of the murder, found in the exhaust pipe. February 21st. Wrong! I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Look, it was stolen from the evidence room. It was stolen from the evidence room. That was my Wi-Fi. I think it's fine. At least I think. But this is... I don't know what to do about this. This is like really... I don't know. Alright. So... Now I'm working towards, I'm working towards a new mic. That's what I'm doing. Wait. It was stolen on the day of the murder. Five 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Yes. What?
Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not! Don't Bernie me! This little rat is guilty!
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to talk to this here case, so I can't... It's not officially linked. This guy... Alright, Alright, this guy's name is Damon Gans. Poor. He might not see him, but he's top dog in the PD. I just realized what you were saying. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, right? So, you understand? Oh, would they? Try to understand, right? So, well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties two mirrors together? Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. How is this connected? It was found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. And... Did I save the game? Nope. Yeah, he is old. He's 65. Okay, screw it. We're saving the game here. Two detectives, one of the police department? That can't be. Mm. How the fuck is this? Present this one. Objection. God damn it. No, what the fuck? This. I can't even think today. God damn it. Do I follow the lore? I don't. What the fuck is this case? A detective was killed. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. It's surprising. Oh, isn't it edgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? You have a suspect? Oh, well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. Oh, this gets sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Where the victim was found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay. Damn it. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town in this case. The link between the two cases established without some leverage. Now we can get Gannon to testify about the details. Coincidence? Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's the connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murder of the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Well, this makes it all the more confusing, though, man. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim by the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet at all. And all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, in case information is sticky stuff, you have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. ID number, the victim's gender. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 584-2189. Wait. Oh. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right! 8, 2... Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning... It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Goodman's ID. Witness! Oh, what is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night! No, it's just... I got confused. Wait. I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Okay, to be honest, I thought I had done something wrong. It really scared me. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, right so. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And, this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8... I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right! Again! Oh my god, this judge is stupid! Bro's like in his 50s and... Oh, come on, what is wrong with him? Stupid. The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack, righto, sharp as attack. Wait, the detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room, at the same exact time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location? Order, Chief! What does this mean? Oh, Jesus. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. Excuse me. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Wait, now I'm thinking back to the opening cutscene where there was like 2 of them stabbing someone at the same time. And then it zoomed out, they were in like 2 different buildings. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright. Where have I heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Excuse me! What is Mr. Edgeworth anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of a chief sir. Get a report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. Said that report had nothing to do with the Line of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Oh God. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, huh? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report, was not on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Raito over here. Good job, Raito, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really? You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one for the day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. It's going to be quite the case. It's 2:15 p.m. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the, 21st. Then prosecutor's parking lot. And the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Now, don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. And no biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never! Even though she says they don't get along, Ima really liked her sister. That's not it at all! It's just, we're both professionals at what we do. And I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, well, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. If you die, you drink it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You got an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Oh, we have some. I can see her eyes shine behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? So... Ugh. Ima, you're shaking. It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Oh, okay. Well, we definitely know this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? Bloodstain's location? Why, the bloodstain's location, of course. It's elementary. Uh-huh. Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There's something about this bloodstain, but if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd? I definitely think so. I said the wrong thing. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to have been more. There'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans. We find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's, pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. From one very proud-looking Nima Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Hey, yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, huh? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It wasn't my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman! I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hard the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. That's your name. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from her lunches. You were let go? Fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 is a... SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... I think we present her with the knife. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Oh, really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? How do we get her to talk? Due for transfer. SL9 isn't over. How do we get her to say more? Na, 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 na. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the Coffin Queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So, you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? The SL9 incident. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I had ever handled. Oh. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary. It was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes. The criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be Marshall? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, police department security detail officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9?
If I don't get the case, then I will sue myself, damn it!
You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait!
Those lunches you sell. There was only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on the SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection! So, rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Star, Rin. Star. Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, are you going out? You said angel dust, I said Rin. Oh yeah, this girl's name is Angel. Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. I have no questions to ask. Well, not at the moment. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was the detective. But now, he's so cold. You're gonna do that? Okay. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Not more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Huh. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Hold on, I'm distracted, I'm sorry. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet, we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. No, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Eh, shit, shit, shit. What's with the decor in this place? Oh, it's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. They're so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. I want to examine some shit in here first. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Oh, wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild boa in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. Oh, there's a light blink below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. The light blink below the monitor. Oh wait, we already checked that. Oh, I thought it was the computer screen. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? And he's flat. Oh, jeez. Please don't say pancakes. I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks from Persona 5 Royal. What's that called again? A punchy, a pounchy, a pinchy. Oh, I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Let me check this cactus first. Yeah, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, spines pointing out in every direction. Just like her. Oh, jeez. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Oh, sorry, guys. I flattened my emails like pancakes. Nar. Crying emoji. That was the worst thing I've ever done. The evidence room is beyond that door. Now let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. This place is charged with frantic energy as always.
Please!
Huh? Wasn't that... Oh, wait a second.
One steak lunch, please!
Oh, no, it's you. Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Oh, now's no time for despair. We've got a criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean... Did you hear a gunshot? No, I think it was just the game. No, it's definitely the game. Hi, what the hell are you doing, Rachel?
You mean, you heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot.
Another detective was killed at the police department?
Oh god, not the bulldozer. And the perpetrator?
Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. I just arrested them, in fact.
It's the biggest scandal that hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Staying around here talking is gonna fill my belly. Oh, wait. Don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Hell, later.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
Anime character you know? I don't know. Oh, jeez.
I'm starting to think you're driving these on purpose, Rachel.
Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down in the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating.
Hold on.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like... It doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. What about the detention center? They said they got the suspect. Visitor's room. Still, I do feel better about things. Well, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. best not to go too far down the road right now. Things will just get confusing.
What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying! Me, a perpetrator? I said I was perpetrating on sir, that's what I'd say! Oh, this guy. Hi, greetings, sir! Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but Mr. Edward, I need to give him a different voice. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir! I got your report, sir! Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir! I'm not, sir! I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little absent! Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, but how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't. Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins responding, sir! What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Day of the crime. Please don't do that again. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs. Sir! Ow. I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. His face looks like his top side. Oh my god. I had some business that day, sir. So I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell is this guy doing? No. Actually, it's not hurting at all. Well, at least I don't think. So what happened then? Hey, if I can keep doing that, then it's not really hurting, is it now? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when it came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask? What happened to your hand? Sir! There was no one to bandage me, sir! So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir! A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Scott. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. This is gonna be one of those days. Anyways. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. But first,
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir? Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! You have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir! Then label me victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. Hey, y'all got country boys? Yeah! Rachel, wait, hold on, Rachel, you spelled country wrong. You spelled it wrong. Just, dude, just remove the O. Remove the O. I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him. Sir? None. No, nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of a crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, but, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, what had happened, sir. When the detective pointed that knife at me, sir, I just hollered, sir, and the next thing I knew, sir, I was unconscious, sir. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then, sir, when I opened my eyes, sir, I was, sir, alone in the evidence, sir, room, sir, all, sir, alone, sir. Alone because, sir, Detective Goodman, sir, had disappeared, sir. Okay, I'll stop that. What? And when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock, sir. Oh, sir, the sorrow, sir. Sir, can you imagine how I felt, sir? Okay, I lied. I'm not gonna stop doing it. The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room, with rubber rats, and rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber. Fuck. Oh man. Mm. Ah, that's some story. Well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Room 1202. Mm. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. Yada, yes. Yes. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Ema. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Hmm? I guess we'll have to come back. I think we present him with the... Oh, hold on. Knife? Officer Meekins, this is for you! I'm scared enough, sir! It's okay, I just wanted you to... Last night, sir! That's the one! I was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir. Mike's not picking this up. I was being peeled. Oh, I need a new mic. I was being peeled. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh. I don't know how to feel. Yes, I need a new mic and a new chair. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. La. Oh, man. Reset bien. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. He's a special kind of man to pass the fuck to Edgeworth. Okay, what do I do? Wait. Hold on. No. Hold up. We gotta examine everything? Oh, the swing door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Oh, of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. Well, okay. Did we examine everything? I think we did. No, that's definitely everything. Would you? Yes. I'm sorry. Rar. Rar. Meow. Meow. Hi. George. The evidence room is beyond that door. It won't open? You thought it'd be open? I thought we need someone's permission. Okay, I feel like this game is like forcing us. Hold. I don't know anything in this case. You hate robots? What? Even Jenny Wakeman? What's wrong with her? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! Oh! That's what? I think someone left the door. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, just, I don't know. Someone left the door open, that was it. My head was a blanket till this very moment! But sir, now I remember, sir, that even is your name. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir. Sir. Nothing. I bet Brian just went a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say, sir, I'm a lost little patrolman, sir. A lost little lamb, sir, if you will, sir.
I didn't know Mr. Detective Gilman who was even in the evidence room, sir.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
Sir, I entered the evidence room, sir, and asked the man to show me his ID card, sir.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sir. Sir.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
Damn it! That's the thing, suddenly you pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped his ass and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Wait. Hold on.
Hey, no more. No more. Stop, please. No more. No, I this is before they do what to you. My father's own words, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? Well, you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Gilman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly?
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera. My crime, the crime, I swear to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. Oh my god, there are at least 12 things wrong with this picture. This dude, I meant. This dude. You wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
God damn it, dude. No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gans.
And you're sure this is all, huh? You know what it means if there is anything missing?
What time is it for me? It's 9:13. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see.
Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again. Sir! The chief of detectives looks a little flustered.
Ah, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
Owl mixed Donald Trump. What the fuck, Ren? What the fuck? I... Swim match? Oh, Chief Can, a report for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh, Jesus. Okay, then. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay?
Oh, Worthy, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition. Do I have any ideas? I don't think.
Yep, well, they had no end of trouble with the boys since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it?
And you got someone else found guilty in that case, alright, righto?
Von Karma. That sick bastard. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. Yes, I don't know, Ren. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. I didn't fix anything. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What? You know what? Screw it. That's the voice I'm doing for him. That's gonna be the voice I'm doing.
Ah, it's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on that turf too, I mean.
Yeah, screw it. I'm making the bastard Australian. Screw it. Screw it. He's Australian like Cherry Bomb. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this? No, right, so I can't give away all our secrets just like that. Crikey, and this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about that. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is, hiding stuff. Secrets, I can't stand them. Yes, Cherry's Australian. And Cherry's spelled with an I, not a Y. But, you know, well, it's a full-time job, just keeping the detective, just keeping the chief of detectives, trapped shut. He was the one who you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that. Oh, whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Well, let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. Oh, the busy one. The guy who can't sit still, does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Do we present him the ID? Badger? The blue badger? Oh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So, nothing belonging to Detective Gumshoe is still here? Oh, of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Why does it have to be Dracula music? No. Lost item report, only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. You're tired? Gonna leave? Alrighty. Good night, Ren. Sleep good. Oh! Wait. Blue Badger's still riding around today. Blue handprint on him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Alright, speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Who are we raiding tonight? Oh, I don't know. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Mm. Wait, do we go back to the detention center and present the thing to him? Officer Meekins, could you... Oh, wait! Oh, god damn it. I was wondering, could you take a look? And I thought I realized what I've been doing wrong, but apparently nope. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Raito asked me for help.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. You think he's sus? He might be. Now, Raito. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Raito, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh?
Hell, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
Just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Haha. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think. A real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir.
Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. The evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gans. Let's just walk in.
It won't open.
Aha! The card reader is turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my bambina sky so gray?
Your Twitch crashed? Unfortunate. Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? The sick bastard.
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeah, how? That card you got there on your chest. That's better than Sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scenes are waiting.
Looks like the core reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Yeah.
That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Why would this be a coincidence? He would definitely be the type to say it. I don't know. Uh, yeah, Miss Star.
Oh, what's this?
What? What's wrong?
A fillet steak lunch. I see, I see.
I don't see. I, I, I wonder what this means.
All right, Bambina, you win. Ask him anything.
Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy.
Gonna do a sleep stream? Okay. I will. You have a good sleep. Alright.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy.
I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Makeley. He told us something. Hugs.
He said that when
the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines
much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
Oh, what kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too.
I know what maybe two of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? Oh, there must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, name machines well. I like 'em about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with mistakes. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
That's the card reader by the door.
The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
So, this is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Oh. 7777777 at 4:20 p.m. Blaze it.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard where this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to this stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. We can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? I don't know why, but I feel like I skipped something. Maybe I did, or maybe I did not know.
He goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the country sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
Oh, I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Well... Now, I know it's uncouth of me, but, we're gonna have to end the stream here. A bit early. Yeah, I know. We started late, we ended early. That's a bit weird. Whatever. You know what? I don't know anymore. Yeah, we're done. For who to raid. Now, I'm thinking, maybe someone, hmm. Okay, we haven't really rated him in a while. I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna raid possibly Adri. He's currently, I mean, he just started the stream, but he's gonna play Catherine. So yeah, that's about it this time around. I'll be back tomorrow with something very unfortunate, it would seem, because I don't know, some of I'm being forced into it. Well, I have to do it since tomorrow is, well, tomorrow is tomorrow. Yeah, that is it. We are done. I think most likely I'll be back to this game on Saturday, I think. I don't know, we'll see. But anywho, we are done. Thanks for hanging out. And a big cheers to you for watching. Well, good night. There will be many more Callous Nights. This case is gonna take forever to finish. Anyways.